Hi guys, this is your Friday math video for Step Up to Third Grade for lesson 4, 5, 6, and 7. I really haven't heard any of you guys ask me about the math, so I'm assuming you guys are understanding it. Hopefully you guys are watching those videos. The videos do kind of help. It's pretty much a lesson in itself. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over your math pages that you've been working on in that black packet that I gave you inside your Tuesday folder. Remember, if you are looking for additional support when it comes to this math, you can use your workbooks that I've given back to you guys. There's a whole step up to third grade section towards the end of the book. Also, the best thing I can, keep reiterating to you guys is learn your multiplication. You guys have now learned how repeated addition is connected to multiplication and how they are very similar, that they represent the same total, but there's just a way that you can add them all up. But instead of you guys having to add them all up and take that time, the best thing that you guys can do this summer is just to get them memorized. Parents, if you're listening, my favorite section is the Dollar Tree section. There's a whole teacher aisle. Inside the teacher aisle, they provide multiplication cards, which are free for you guys online too. You guys can use the computer ones, but really that's one of the best things that I can suggest to you is just get your child to memorize them. We've been learning that the opposite of addition is subtraction, and you can use those same numbers to create sentences. And the same thing goes for multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So once you guys get all of your multiplication factors memorized, division is going to come extremely fast and very easy for you. So since you guys will have time, hopefully this summer, please spend your time, with multiplication. Use my Prodigy account. A lot of you guys are already past multiplication. It's just a fun way for you guys to learn. I will continue to look for additional websites for you guys to use this summer, but really just please listen to me. The best thing I could suggest for you guys is to get it memorized, okay? But I kind of went off a tangent, but basically what I'm saying is I haven't really heard from any of you guys about these lessons. So I'm really just going to be going over the answers from step up to third. If you are struggling, message me. I'll do a Zoom meeting with you. Or you can join my Zoom meetings. I don't mind doing a one-on-one lesson with you, but you need to reach out to me. Next week is our last week of second grade. You guys are moving on to third. I'm beyond proud of you, but please don't lose, that momentum of learning and getting this done, because I really want you guys to succeed in third grade. And if you guys work as hard as you did in second grade, you're going to do amazing, okay? All right, so let's get straight into it. I don't want to make this too long of a video. All right, so here is my step up to third grade. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, so this is for lesson 4. As you guys can see, they have an array for you. We've learned about arrays with repeated addition. Remember, an array is when it's the same amount of objects, numbers that are placed in rows that go across and columns which go down. So if this is a repeated addition sentence, it would be 4 plus 4. There are 2 rows of 4, so 2 times 4, and a total of 8. Now remember what I told you, that the opposite of multiplication is division. So you're using you're using the numbers within that family of a sentence, and you're reusing them. So you are going to use the biggest number, and it's going to be divided into, and then they're dividing it by 2. So they took 8 divided by 2, and then the leftover number is 4. This is another way that you can look at it. Here are 8 stars. I am trying to share them between 2 friends. I want 2 friends to share these stars. So what you need to make sure is you're going to make sure that 2 friends are given the same amount of stars. So what I mean by that, let me see if I can kind of share a whiteboard really quickly. So what I mean by that, let's say I have, let's do this. Say I have a friend right here, and then I have a friend right here. I have 8 stars, okay? So what I want to do is I want to give each friend an equal amount of stars. So this friend will get 1. This one will get the second one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have divided up my 8 stars into 2 groups. This friend gets 4, and this friend gets 4. So each of them get 4. So I had 8, And then I divided it by, I don't even know where the division sign is on here. Let's see if I could just draw it for you. Sorry. So I had 8. I'm so sorry. Okay. This is the best I can do for a division sign. Sorry, I don't know where it is on here. So I had 8. I divided them into 2 groups, and each friend got 4. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. That's where you get your division sentence from, okay? So let's go ahead and go back to it, and the same thing goes for number 2. You have an array. You have 3 rows of 3. 3 rows of 3, so 3 times 3, and there's a total of 9. You always start with the biggest number with division, so you have 9, and you're going to divide it by 3. So I want one friend to get this row, one friend to get this row, and one friend to get this one. So 9 divided by 3 leaves me with 3. Another way to look at it is I use the number 9, I use the number 3, and I use the number 3. You're reusing the same numbers like you would with the repeat, like when we did the addition sentence and turned it into subtraction, you're reusing them. They're related facts, okay? Okay, so here we have you have 3 rows of 2. 3 rows of 2 is 6, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So my beach balls, okay, I have another array. I have 2 rows of, there's 5 in this one and 5. So I could do 5 plus 5, or 2 rows of 5. So 2 times 5, and there's a total of 10. You take the big number, 10, divide it into 2, and in this case, you can even just look at the row. Here's a row, and here's another row, and each row has 5, so there's 5 in each row, okay? Look at exercise 3. How are the number sentences you completed similar? So number 3, the thing that we're learning is both multiplication and division, because they're opposites, you're reusing the same number. So in this case, the multiplication sentence and the division sentence are related and they use the same numbers. So in this case, I use the number 3, 2, and 6. 3, 2, and 6, okay? All right, and then here's just additional practice for you. They don't have the array. Friends, if this is hard for you, remember what I've taught you guys. If you need to check your work, write it out, draw the picture. You can make your own array. 1 row of 2. So then you would make 1 row of 2. So it literally would just be a row with 2 little dots. You can make your own array. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 divided by 1 is 2. Number 6, you can make your own array. 5 times 3. Remember, 5 rows of 3. So 5 rows, and each row needs 3, gives me a total of 15. 5 times 3 is 15, and then reverse it. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Remember, you can make your own arrays. 4 times 5. Remember that sentence that I told you. Multiplication is read as blank rows of how many numbers. So in this case, 4 rows of, you read that multiplication sign as the word of, so 4 rows of 5 equals 20. Reverse the sentence. You use the biggest number first, 20. They're using 4, so 20 divided by 4, and you're left with the number 5, okay? You can even draw your array and then group them together so you could show, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So right here is 6 times 2 is 12. So let me go ahead and stop. I'm going to show you this on a whiteboard for what I mean. So let me see if I can erase all this. Okay. What was it again? It was 6 times 2. Make sure I'm sharing my screen again. Okay. So my sentence reads 6 times 2 equals, we don't know. Well, remember, how many rows of how many? So in this case, I have, let's see if I can do that. I have 6 rows of 2. So here's 1 row, here's a 2nd row, a 3rd row, a 4th row, a 5th row, and then a 6th row. Okay, so I have 6 rows. 6 rows of 2. That means each row has 2 in it. Let's use hearts. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Okay, I didn't really need to make them that big. Now, if I add up all of those hearts, I have, whoopsies, I have the number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. My answer is 12. Okay. The reason why this is important is I can now take my multiplication sentence and make it into a division sentence. So you always start with the biggest number. What's the biggest number? My biggest number here is 12. So take 12 and we're going to put it right here. Start with the biggest number like you would with a multiplication sentence, okay? 12, and I think they have 12 divided by 6. Sorry, let me see. 12. Here it is, 12, it was 12 divided by 6. So they take the number 12 and they're dividing it by 6. So right here, let's put the number 6. And I know that with the related facts, the last number that's left, I use 12. And I use the number 6. The only number I haven't used is 2. Well, that's pretty easy that I can go ahead and put the number 2 right here. But guess what? I want to prove my work. So I have 12 friends that I want to give 6 of them to. I'm sorry, I have 12 items and I want to give them to 6 friends, okay? So guess what? So 12 divided by 6. Here's my 12 hearts, and I'm going to divide them into groups of 6. Here's a group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, and group 6. And guess what? Each group gets 2. And that's where you get the 2 that's right here, okay? So I'm telling you guys, obviously you're going to have to memorize, but the best thing that you guys can do is draw out the arrays, and it will help you prove your answers and then understand it and make sure that you guys are correct. So it's a good way to check your work, okay? If you guys want some additional help, make sure you're asking me, please. All right, so let's get back to your math. All right, number 9, same thing. You're using, it says write the multiplication sentence that you can to help you complete the division sentence. So here's the division sentence, 4 divided by 1. Guess what? I'm going to use the numbers 4 and I'm going to use the number 1, okay? If I have 4 items and I want to group them into one group, 4 items into one group, guess what? That one group has 4. So 1 times 4 equals 4. And in this case, the biggest number is repeated twice. So as long as 4 is at your total, or what we call the product in a multiplication sentence, it would go right here. 9 divided by 3, I have 9 items and I'm dividing them into 3 groups. So take 9 items, divide them into 3, and you're left with 3. So 3 times 3, and the biggest number, 9, should be your product, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into lesson 5. Ooh, fun. Okay, this one actually should have been not too challenging for you guys. We've done this, you know, fairly well in 2nd grade. You guys are really good at breaking them into halves, thirds, fourths, or what we like to call quarters. So here's a triangle. The triangle is broken into 2 parts, okay? One part is green. How many equal parts are there? There's 2 equal parts. Here's one part, here's a second part. So 2 equal parts. What does this mean? Of the 2 parts, 1 is shaded. So 1 of the 2 parts is shaded. So 1 over 2, which means half of it's shaded, or you can tell me 1 of the 2 pieces is green, okay? Here is this rectangle with 3 parts, okay? It's broken into thirds. I have 1 part that's green and a total of 3 parts. So of this rectangle, 1 of the 3 pieces is green. So 1 of the 3 pieces. So think of the line as a word of. So 1 of 3 is green. Now I have a triangle, but this is broken into fourths, or like what we like to call quarters, okay? So there's 4 parts. So 1 part is green and there's 4 that are equal. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. 1 of, that line is read as of, 1 of 4 is green, okay? Ahmed ate 1/4 of his sandwich. How many pieces did he eat? So 1 of 4 of his sandwiches. So he has 1 of the 4 pieces have been eaten. So that means 4 pieces One has been eaten. So he ate one of four. In this case, he ate one of the four pieces. Remember that line, just like that multiplication sign, is read as the word of, okay? All right, we have a circle. There's two parts. It's broken into halves. So of the circle, one, just scratch myself. One of the two pieces is blue. I have two pieces. One of the two pieces is blue. So that's 1/2 or 1/2, okay? 1/2. Square, one of all the four pieces is blue. So one of the four is blue. I have one of the three pieces is blue. I have four pieces here. One is yellow. One of the four pieces is yellow. Here's a circle of three parts. One of the three pieces is yellow. And then once again, half. So one of the two pieces is yellow. Okay, look at the pattern. What number belongs in the box? So I have 1/2, 1/4, 1/6, 1/8. If you've noticed, this is what we call, you guys won't learn this yet, but this is what we call a denominator. It's the number down below, the denominator down below. If you look at the bottom number, it's 2, 4, 6, 8. So you guys are knowing that I'm counting by twos. 2, 4, 6, the next number is 8. Okay, I have a really good feeling you guys did good on this one. Let's go ahead and get into lesson 6. Okay, we're still working with fractions. These are called fractions, by the way. I know you guys learned that from the video. But now these fractions aren't just one pieces. There's a lot more colored pieces. So remember, think of that line as the word of. How many are colored? Of how many there are in total. Okay, so there are three pieces. Two parts are green. One part, two parts are green. There are three pieces in total. Two of the three is green. Okay, look here, I have 4 blue parts and 8 in total. So 4 parts are blue, 8 equal parts, meaning that this is broken up in 8 pieces. If this was a cake, there's 8 pieces that I can give away equally, right? So of these 8 pieces, 4 are blue. So 4 of the 8 is blue. Okay, here's a fun little shape for you guys. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, 2, 4, 6 pieces, sorry. 2, 4 are yellow, and there's 6 equal parts. So 4 of the 6 is yellow. Does this shape show 1/2 shaded? How do you know? Okay, so here's a shape. There's a whole piece, and it's hard because they don't show you the rest of the parts. But there's 3 pieces shaded. Does it look like it's shaded directly in half? I would say no. There does not have 2 equal parts. So there's not 2 halves. There's actually 3 parts shaded. There's a lot more that you're going to learn in this area, but right now we need to know that this is not broken into halves. It's not 2 pieces, right? There's technically 3 colored. Okay. So once again, if you count these, there's 4 blue and a total of 9. So 4 of 9 are blue. 3 pieces, 1 is orange. So 1 of 3 are orange. I have 10 pieces here, like a 10 frame. 6 are orange, so 6 of 10 are orange, okay? Colin cuts a paper plate into 4 equal parts. There's 4 pieces. He uses 2 parts for an art project. Show how he cuts the plate and shade how much he uses and then write the fraction. So here's your plate. It should have been broken into 4. So of the 4, you should have colored in 2. So in this case, they colored in 1, 2 parts right here. So 2 of the 4 pieces are pink, okay? That is it for that one. Let's go ahead and get into your last lesson, which I believe is 6, 7. Okay, great. All right, so write the fraction of the set that is green. So in this case, we can continue using fractions. It doesn't have to be in cuts of pieces, but we can use them more in a broad picture, okay? So look here, I have 6 shoes, okay? Think of if it was broken into 6 pieces. So I have 6 shoes. How many are green? There's 1, 2, 3. So 3 are green. There's 6 shoes in total. So 3 of the 6 shoes are green. Remember that line means the word of. Number 2, I have 3 shirts. 2 are yellow. Sorry, 2 are green. So 2 are green, 3 shirts in all. 2 of the 3 sweaters are green. It looks like I have 5 green hats. There are 7 hats in all. So I have 5 of the 7 hats are green. I have 5 socks which are green, 8 socks in total or in all. So 5 of the 8 of the socks are, so 5 of 8 socks are green. You have 7 socks, 2 are red. So a total of 7, and then 2 of them are red. So 2 of the 7 are red. 2 over 7. So 2 of 7. Number 5, I have 4 pairs of pants, and 3 are blue. Okay, it says write the fraction of the set that is blue. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 of the 4 pants are blue. I have 2 vests. 1 is blue. One of the 2 are blue. Okay. Ooh, these are 12 ties. It's a lot of ties. And then there are 5 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 12 of the ties are blue. Okay. That's it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I hope that you're feeling really confident in your ability to do well in 3rd grade. Keep in mind, the step up to 3rd grade is giving you an idea of what you're going to be seeing in 3rd grade. It's not exactly how it's going to be taught, because by 3rd grade, they might teach what I'm teaching right now, a brief couple weeks, maybe even a couple days. Past that, they expect your multiplications to be memorized. Please get them memorized this summer, okay? If you guys need help with, maybe you guys can't find them, your parents can't find them, let me know. I'll go to the Dollar Tree for you. I'll pick some up and I'll arrange it to give it to you. But I definitely want to see you guys succeed. If you guys want, I can also send you some type of a link for free flashcards on the computer. But my biggest thing is for you guys to succeed in 3rd grade. And the best way that you can do that with math is to get your multiplication memorized, okay? I really, really enjoyed seeing you guys. For pickup for 2nd grade. It made my heart super happy to see you. It just made me miss you guys extremely so much more. I'm going to be posting on Dojo, but as of right now, the parade is happening on Monday. There will be details on there, so I get to see you guys again on Monday if you can make it. Really, you guys, I just need you to know how much I love and I miss you. If you guys have a chance, join my Zoom meetings for Harry Potter. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Know that I'm thinking about you and I love you, and have a great Friday. Bye, guys.